What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of LKD TALKS, where we unplug and be real for a sec. My name is Emmanuel LKD, and by the time this episode comes out, hope y'all have had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. You know, it's a new year. It's a new turn of the leaf, as people say, and it's a new chance to become a new person. 2022, I'm just looking back right now. 2022 was full of amazing memories. I talked about in previous episodes where I got out of my comfort zone, I grew as a person, and I just made more connections as well. And I'm very grateful. This is only the beginning, and I'm really excited for what 2023 has to offer. Yeah, I guess I really haven't taken time to just let that settle in and just really appreciate time to really look back at it. This is my first time just kind of saying that, and I let it come out so fast and so much that it's just now hitting me. And now right now I didn't plan for this at all. I'm literally just sitting here letting it marinate and think. But I'll let that marinate for another time. Because this week, something that's been on my mind is something completely different. But, I will encourage you, if you haven't taken the time to appreciate or look back at your growth that you've made in 2022, do that. I'm definitely going to do that after this episode. I just said things way too fast, and it just kind of slipped my mind. So now I'm definitely going to go back to what I said and listen back, and maybe even journal or write down things that or just sit in my room and just meditate and pray and just kind of marinate in that. But today what I wanted to talk about was something completely different. It kind of has to do with speaking very fast and just saying things. Something that I just thought about on Monday is that, wow, I really don't stutter as much as I used to. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I used to stutter with talking like that. Or honestly, it started off just kind of doing that, just kind of stuttering to the point where I would repeat certain consonants or vowels, and I was just unable to get the words out. And then it kind of developed into a type of stuttering where I wasn't to get any of the words out at all. It's kind of like I was trying to speak, but the words just didn't come out. I would consider that stuttering still. And I found both type of variations annoying for myself, where when stuttering, I didn't want people to be burdened with having to hear the, repetitions of the sounds or the letters or the consonants or vowels. And at the same time, I didn't want people to be burdened with having to see me speak in a way or have my facial expressions in a way that looked weird, or whenever I would try to say something. Like sometimes I would try to, scrunch up my face to say something to get something out. And I didn't want people to see that. And I thought it was annoying for them to have to see that, annoying for them to have me speak in a way where I have to repeat what I'm saying. Yeah, and I think the root of that stuttering honestly comes from me trying to impress other people, me trying to live up to other people's expectations, and just being hard on myself, honestly. Being hard on myself, being nervous, because when it comes to impressing people, you get kind of nervous, right? I mean, I get kind of nervous trying to impress people. And honestly, I think it just comes down to a lack of confidence, because at the time as a kid, I didn't really know who I was. I was always seeking the approval of other people, trying to be a people pleaser, and it just never worked out for me. Like, I just never had confidence in my own self to speak or to really be myself. And it's only when I'm alone where, of course, I don't stutter. It's only when I'm alone or trying to be someone else or trying to put on a fake face or persona. I think that's part of the reason why I excelled so well in acting. Like, not to brag or anything, like, not to be funny, but acting in grade school, like seventh grade, eighth grade, that was my escape where I could be someone else. I could be someone else and employ their characteristics and personalities into me so that I can, so I didn't have to face myself. And honestly, it wasn't until I truly found what I liked, which is making music and rapping and writing, and where I was able to break through that barrier in a way. Because with rapping and singing, recording music is kind of similar with acting, except you don't, I mean, for me at least, I am not pretending to be someone else, but I'm giving my energy into an art where I can just excel at. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not really the greatest at explaining it. I hope with what I'm saying is following, but it just didn't follow through. But I don't know, there was just something special about rapping that I was able to break the limits of my speech impediments, and I was just able to appreciate words and rapping and lyricism to a better extent. And really take my time. And it wasn't until a few years later, I would say a few years later after making music and recording music for a while. See, that's what I love about these LKD talks. Like, just to get, just go off a tangent for a little bit. This is all off the dome. I didn't really prepare for this at all. So I don't really know what I'm saying, but I hope that you can still appreciate the free flowing thoughts that I do have going on. I guess, to be honest, I don't really know what I was trying to say with me making music and recording. But I think what I do know what I was trying to say, even though with what I was saying maybe didn't make the most sense, what I was trying to say is that when it comes to making music and recording, it was an escape, but it was a more genuine escape than acting was. Like, I still loved acting. It was fun. It was fun to be someone else, but I use that as an escape from myself. But with music, I could still employ my own characteristics, not, the written character's characteristics. I can put my own characteristics, my own life story, my own fun personality into it. And I don't know, it just worked as a way for me to speak better. And over time now things are coming into me. Oh, pause, but now things are flowing better now. I just had to unrust a second there. But yeah, I think now with making music and recording music and becoming better at it, I've developed a sort of confidence. That's given me, like, yeah, I can do this. I'm pretty good at this. I mean, back then I wasn't that great, but looking at where I am now, I'm pretty good with where I'm at. I say this humbly. I'm pretty good. And honestly, I think I needed confidence from finding my purpose. I didn't know what my purpose was. I was still impressing people. I was still a people pleaser, nervous if I didn't live up to their expectations. But honestly, I don't need to do that because now that I found my own purpose, now I can speak eloquently. Now I can speak with confidence. So for me, a big part of stuttering was confidence, just or the lack of confidence and anxiety and what's it called? Just social anxiety. I think that's why I stuttered a lot, and I was talking so fast so I can get all of the words out as fast as I can. But I've learned that it's a lot more attractive if you just speak slower and smoother. It's smoother at the same time to just speak slowly and smoother, and things just flow better. Things just flow better. And honestly, you don't need to talk fast unless you're working sales. Unless you're working sales so that, you don't get people to interject with questions or anything. But with a normal conversation, I've learned that it's much better to just speak slower. You know, people aren't in a rush. Unless people are in a rush, you might want to speak a little fast. But I've learned that speaking fast is just inaudible. Inaudible, I think that's the right word. And it's just kind of hard to understand. And now, with this confidence from finding my purpose, and I'm not really trying to impress anyone right now at all, at all. I'm very content with myself. I'm grateful for myself. And I do want to be clear though, with my type of stuttering, I still have it here and there. I think it might be a genetic type of thing because I know my dad has it too. So, but a big part of it was the lack of confidence and being nervous and trying to impress people. I also have it because I'm sure if you're watching this video on YouTube, you'll see that I might be doing some kind of twitch or facial expressions to get some certain words out. But I've realized that's okay. It's not a burden to anyone. It's not a burden to anyone. Everyone's imperfect. Everyone has their own imperfections. And that's okay. That's okay. As long as we're working to overcome those imperfections, as long as we're striving to be better, that's better. So I hope y'all enjoyed this more honest take on a speech impediment that I've had, an imperfection that I've had in my life with stuttering. I tell people that I used to stutter, and they just don't believe me. But it was really bad when I was younger. I was so nervous, man. But honestly, I have to give myself grace because I was a child. I didn't really know much, especially in high school too, or high school, grade school. Just those early years of development. I have to give myself grace. And I hope that to any other kid my age who's stuttering, I hope that this video can encourage you to, keep fighting it. Keep fighting it. Don't be afraid to be a burden, because you're not a burden. You're not. Everyone has their own imperfections. It's just up to you and me, up to all of us, to just go past those. Just go past those imperfections and strive to be better than who we are. So if you guys enjoyed this video, or if you guys made it to the end of this video or episode, I appreciate it. Please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and let me know about what you think about this and how you have, or if you're someone who stutters, let me know what you think about this episode, how how you overcome stuttering. See, I just did a little bit right there. See, like, it's not completely gone. I don't think stuttering can ever go away, but it's just up to us who do have it to overcome it and to just constantly seek to be better. And for me to be better, I just have to, remember my purpose to give me that confidence. I just have to be patient with myself and just constantly strive to overcome it. I'm not going to make an excuse for why I stutter, because if I keep making excuses, then I'm just going to keep stuttering more and more. But if I find ways to overcome it, then I may stutter less and less, So enough with this Midwest standing in the doorway type conversations. Hope y'all be blessed. Take care, and I'll see y'all next week. Happy New Year, y'all.